Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Whoops. Let's start that again. Live TV. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we are going to be discussing the energy vampires. Yes, it is the Rant. It's Monday morning here in Australia, Sunday for you. If you're in the US, UK, Canada. Let's talk some turkey, yeah? Oh, baby. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the show. I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS. It is the Rant, where I get to rant and interact with you and hang out and just have a chill day to kick off the start of the week of what's going to be a very busy week leading into Songtember. Are you excited about Songtember? I'm excited about Songtember. I'd like to welcome our Wart Warriors. You can become a Wart Warrior by doing the thing at the thingity-ding. Whatever. I've woken up in an absolutely dickhead mood. So good luck for today. Hello, Fat Panda Cat. Hello, Thomas, the Linkmeister. There he is. Clickety-click. Pick up sticks. What is going on? Joe, Glenn, hello. Scott Borthwick, what's happened, mate? I played your song. Was it last week or the week before? I can't remember. I did play your new song here on the channel. There's Brad, big sexy Brad. I always forget to turn on live chat, he says. I don't know if that really makes a difference, though. It does. And if you don't do it, you're going to explode. Nobody will ever hear from you again. Who else? Have I missed anyone else? I see Barry Glenn. Did I see Barry Glenn? I think I saw Barry Glenn somewhere here. You're all good. You're all well. Are you pumped? Are you excited? Are you stuff? Hey, Ed. Ed is being very metal right now. Mateus, what's going on, Mateus? There's Barry Glenn right there. There's Jenny Jolivet, who is our featured artist today. Wolfstone Studio will close the show with a brand new Wolfstone Studio featuring 15th Bend. I had the pleasure of mastering this track. Yes, didn't you film that video clip on holiday, Scott? I'm pretty sure you did. I like to think I've got a good memory, but I don't. I've got a shit memory. So, yeah, this is the Rant. It's a pretty casual kind of show. It happens every week now where I just get to chill out. It's kind of like what you get on the Patreon a little bit, minus the mastering songs and the wheel giveaway and stuff like that. Some honesty, yeah? Hi, Ron. There's Ron. Ron, are you driving at the same time and texting? What's going on? No. All right, today we're going to be talking about energy vampires. And some of you may know what that means. Hello, Princess. Stopping in for a quickie. She's back to school tomorrow. Hello, Coldacre. What's going on? Where there's one, there's the other. There they are. Boom. Boom, boom. Anyway, so we are talking about energy vampires today. And I'm sure you'll understand where I'm going with this. What is an energy vampire? Well, it's a soul sucker. It's one of those. We've all come across them on the internet, in real life, just passing in the street. You can just feel that energy. That their only purpose is to get something from you, and they have no intention of giving anything back except misery. Yeah, also known as a sociopath in many circles. And they come in many different varieties. On the internet, they can be known as trolls. Or I like to call another bracket of energy vampires drama dumpers. I love drama dumpers. You know, it's like they arrive wherever there's some kind of action on the internet and they just drop their drawers and dump everything that you don't want into the chat. And you're like, thanks. How are we going to clean that mess up? There's like Play My Fire Beat Bros. Yeah, they're energy vampires. They come in to a chat on the internet and they're like, hi, everybody. I really have no intention of paying any like attention to what's happening in the room and or reading the room or what's actually going on. But here's my brand new song, and everybody go and check it out because I'm going to be the next Prince. And unfortunately, when you go and listen to it, guess what? They're not even the next. Who can I say who's really shit? The girl in the red dress. Has anybody seen that song? The girl in the red dress. If you haven't seen it, I don't know if I could play it on here. We were only watching it yesterday. I wonder if I can play it. Would I get a copyright claim? I don't know. The girl, if you do a search in your YouTube, right? I'm getting off track already. That's what happens on this show. And write Sarah, I should better show you the screen. Sarah, there you go. It was already up there. Worst song. Look at this. Sarah Brand, red dress, official music video. Trust me, once you hear it, you'll never unhear it. But this is the thing with Play My Fire Beat bros. They come in there like, check out my new song. It's amazing. And it's not. It's most of the time it's Sarah Brand, you know. I'm not going to play Sarah Brand. I'm going to turn it down. Look at some of the comments on this video. I swear to God, look at some of the comments on this video. Definitely one of the songs ever made. One of. I put this song on a ringtone, and now I wake up 10 minutes earlier to close it. Now I'm never late for school. It's so cruel. But some songs deserve that kind of stuff. Self-hating suckers. Here's another breed of energy vampire. Self-hating suckers. You know, you've got to know this type of person, yeah? They leave a comment everywhere, and every comment, whatever it is, ends with, I suck, I'm a loser. I really liked what you're doing today on this thing. It's a really good song. La, la, la. Shame I'm a loser. And you just think, oh, really? Really? Mimis, I call them. Mimis. Mimi. You remember Beaker from the Muppets? Remember Beaker? Has Mimis. I love memes because they're all about Mimi and they're not about you. And it's a thing because like on social media, it's social. And social media is a two-way street. So memes have a real struggle on social media. Let me do a check here. Just making sure the chat's not broken. Or is it? No, it's not broken. Good. Just make it. It is broken. All right. So I understand why I'm not getting any messages through. Error, try again. Thanks, YouTube. Doing a great job with the chat again. Error, try again. I'm sure you'll be. There you go. Everyone's back now. You're all back. Wow. Is everyone else getting sick of the YouTube chat drama issue where every chat now, the chat just breaks, stops working, doesn't let anybody talk, and then it just comes back? Hey, YouTube, fucking sort it out. You're right. You just put up premium by like, what, $4? Yeah? You've taken away links from shorts. Sort out the fucking chat. If you're watching, it's not that hard. It's been working for a long time. I don't know what you've done to fuck it up, but I'm sure it's by taking away some other feature, you fucked up the chat. Anyway, good to have you all back. I didn't get to see any of your comments while I was showing off Sarah Brand in her little red dress. Has anybody heard Sarah Brand in her little red dress? Did anybody go and click on it and check it out? Trust me. Trust me, your ears will hate you forever. It's become a meme. It's so bad. But anyway, so we were going through a list of these kind of energy vampires. We've got trolls, and they're just shitty comments, just stupid comments. And then you've got drama dumps, people who come in and just into a chat or into any situation, a live situation. Hi, everybody. I hope you're well. My uncle's just died. I'm really depressed. I'm thinking about myself. And you're like, awesome. Where do we go from now? What's next? Great way to kill every kind of happy moment that was going on here. Like, read the room. Then we've got Play My Fire Beat Bros, people who come in and like, hey, you have to hear my brand new song. I just uploaded it like 3 seconds ago, and it's imperative that you hear it right now. Right now, it's super important. You have to hear me right now. It's so important. No. Self-hating suckers. People who comment on things, say things, and end every comment in, I suck, but I'm a loser. And you just think, well, you know what? If you stop telling everybody that you're a loser, guess what? You probably won't be. I know this seems possibly to some people like rocket science, but it's not. Then we've got memes. Memes have to make it about them all the time. And it's kind of boring to always have to, like, you know, listen to them and their stuff. And then we have a last on my little list here is one comment wonders. This really goes for YouTube. One comment wonders. I had one of these today, a one comment wonder. A person who comes along, you've never heard nothing of them ever. They leave this kind of passive-aggressive comment that is kind of sort of putting you down, but at the same time, it's not going all in. And no matter if you respond to them or not, they're never going to respond back. Their whole intent is just to leave that comment and go away, because they don't want you to respond back. And even if you do and they get a notification, they're not going to respond back because their responsibility has been, it's done now. I've taken my poo here. I've taken a shit on your foot and now I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? So how do people deal with these kind of things? Well, I'm not going to lie here because you have to... There's been a lot of things in my life that have happened in my life that have improved who I am. It have allowed me to improve who I am. And by no means am I perfect and never will be perfect. And that's okay because it doesn't even exist. But there was a time where I was an energy vampire, yeah? And definitely there has been many times during my life where I have dabbled in the vampiric arts of energy vampirism. And my friend who's here today, Cold Ache, can attest to some of this, which I will openly admit to. And don't do this anymore. I don't do it anymore. For a time during a period of multiple years, I would be working on music and get something just finished and send it to someone like my friend Cold Acre and go, hey, check this out. Not thinking that, guess what? People have fucking lives, man. And they're not just sitting around waiting for you to sit there and dump something that you've just worked on and just finished 10 minutes ago, right? And I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. There are still people who do that to me. And, you know, we'll send a message out of the blue and I maybe haven't heard from them for, I don't know, 8 months. And the conversation starts like, hello, how are you? And I'm like, I'm pretty good. How are you? And then the next line is, that's great. Here's a link to my new song. Please give me some feedback. And I'm like, well, I'm no longer available. I'm offline. I know that sounds harsh. Is that harsh? Is that a harsh thing to do? But, you know, friendship, if it's a friend, like I don't want our relationship just to be hello, here's something, do this, give me my feedback that I am requesting of you, and then I shall fuck off into the ether. Like, I want something deeper than that. Is that a crime? To want something deeper than that? You know, and I'm not a judge from fucking Australian Idol or American Idol. That's not what I do. Has anybody else experienced that kind of thing where you're expected to just continuously give feedback on? Giving feedback is always a handy thing to do, but not when it's just a one-way street. You know what I'm saying? The main topic, what I'm talking about today, is about these one-way relationships that happen. Yeah? One-way relationships. Fuck off into the ether. Sometimes it's got to be done. Sometimes it's got to be done. I'm going to start using that along with it is what it is. Trolls. No, Joe says nobody asked my opinion. That would be a cool T-shirt. Trolls. How do you deal with trolls? Have you had trolls on your channel? Have you had people leave you stupid, dipshit comments, dumb stuff that expects is just nasty for no reason? Do you do it? Do you create fake nicknames and go and do that? I mean, there are people out there who are so gutless. I've been that person. I don't do it anymore, obviously, back a long, long time ago, who will leave nasty comments and under a different nickname because they're too scared to say anything. Yeah. Fat Panda Cat says, ignore them. They wear themselves out. But this is the thing. They don't really, a lot of trolls don't wear themselves in. If they don't get a bite on the first, dabble, they're gone. It's only when you do give them just a nibble, it's all it takes. And then they're in, man. And then they know they've got you. So they can continue that conversation. So it's just about ignoring that first bite and you're going to be okay. You're going to be sweet. Sometimes there are comments that I get on the channel which just don't even warrant even looking at them, even opening up the comment and just opening up the ban list and putting them straight there. Sid says, I'm an equal opportunity hater. I'll hand you my opinion. It all sucks. Don't feed the trolls. Hey, some trolls you can feed, though. There's always an exception. I believe. Some trolls are fun to feed. You thank them. Well, here's the thing, Robbie. Pete Johns did this. Pete Johns. Thank them and heart and thumbs up. Pete Johns did this, and Pete used to leave a little cute comment along with it. Nothing that was offensive, but quite just quaint, yes? And he got a community strike for it. Pete got a community strike. We're talking about Pete Johns here, the man who's so sitting on the fence that it takes him half an hour to get off it because it's lodged up his bum. Love you, Pete. I'm only joking. You know that. But Pete got a claim for responding to a troll with fun, So it's really hard. I just ignore them. Stupid comments should be ignored or deleted. Yes, it is definitely the way to go. Just delete and move on. Let me have a drink. Give me a second. All right, let me go through some of these comments. And we'll talk about drama dumps. Drama dumps. They don't really happen that much here within this kind of music community. In other communities, man, drama dumps are massive. Ban them all and let YouTube sort them out. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to cook supper. You can feed me. I'm a good trowel. Rhett, I saw you in Valerie's chat earlier today, and you wrote 4 paragraphs of comments and not one spelling mistake. Is it just my chat that you can't spell it? I think that's what it is. You spelled it wrong again. I love you, poo-poo my diaper. Oh, shit, don't clip that, please. Don't clip that. What's the ratio of vampires to legit supporters? Oh, there's far more legit supporters than vampires, clearly. Vampires, if you don't feed them, if you don't give them sunlight and you just throw them some garlic, they're out of there. Sometimes I feed the trolls just so other people can see how stupid they are and maybe learn something in the process. Yes, that can work as well. I'm just trying not to be that person that doesn't reply to hellos. Or so, hi, guys. You know, oh, man, I've got a whole rant on hellos. Should we end with it today, the hellos? Oh, dear. The hellos. Somebody's got to talk about it at some stage. We have to clear the room on the hellos. What does a community strike mean again? A community strike means hate speech, violence. It's based on some of their rules on community standards. So it's nothing to do with copyright or anything like that. Yeah. Ryan and Steve over at a 60 Cycle troll them back with some pretty hilarious results. So does Glenn at Spectre. Yes, of course, there are channels that do that, but it all depends on the character of who you are too. Glenn can get away with that. You know what I mean? He's yelling down the camera. He tells people to F off all the time. So that's his MO. So it works in. But if you're like somebody who's, trying to teach and be positive and lift people up, it doesn't work. You have to kind of read your room and what you're doing and what your whole shtick is. Glenn Fricker can totally get away with that, yeah? There he is, Poo-Poo My Doper, the Valerie says, I was wondering if it was really Rat. You can always tell Rat, Valerie, because he can't spell for shit. Oh, he can actually spell. I just think he gets lazy. Maybe it's a voice text thing and an accent that makes it type like that. Yeah, it could be. I don't know if Rhett has the skill set to use technology. Sorry, Rhett. I'm not going to pick on Rhett today. I love Rhett. Hello, Conspiracy. Hello, Clay. Music community is pretty clean compared to some. Yes, exactly. Yeah, there are channels out there where let me be honest, guys. I used to hang around in a really terrible place on the internet for many, many years on a place called Pal Talk. And they were hate rooms, insult rooms. Well, the whole idea was to go in there and insult people. But the problem was, I hate admitting this because it's a dark time in my life. But the idea was it was meant to be funny, like a roast, yeah? Like a roast. You have fun, you get to know people in there, and you take the piss out of the things that you know about people, yeah? And it was fun. But then over years, new people come in who fucking don't have the mental capabilities to understand it's a joke. And then they take it to heart, and then they get angry, and then they find out your address, and then they find out where you work, and then they find out all this shit, and then they post your address on a neo-Nazi website, and then you see what I'm saying? Because you can't gauge every single person that's out there sitting behind that screen. And some of them go Looney Tunes and they don't get the joke. So there are a lot of channels too that I see around where the chat's full of shit, just full of shit hating, and the whole thing is just to throw people under the bus. And it's definitely not what I want here. Luckily, we will squash any of that if it happens. Jenny says, I get enough drama in my day job. I think some people are just bored. Yeah. Glenn Fricker turned it into a show. Exactly. But again, that's his brand. Seth wants me to go to another channel and say hello to everyone again. Yes. Hello, DOA. Hope you're doing good. If I have missed you in the chat actually saying hello, I do apologize. I see you all here, and Robbie and everyone here. Fucking chat stopped working for Greg again. Yep. Typical. Good old YouTube and their chat. It's pretty shitty at the moment. What can I say? All right, I'm going to talk about Play My Fire Beat Bros. Let's talk about these. Conspiracy says, my friend's channel is called Shit Show. It's exactly what it says. And it looks like chat has stopped working again now because, of course, it has. So I'll just talk while chat stopped working as usual. I just did a test. It is dead. And now it's back. Good stuff. Play My Fire Beat Bros. We get this all the time. I will talk about hellos. Play My Fire Beat Bros. They come into the chat, and especially over at Pete's show, where Pete has a segmented show, and he curates the songs. Thomas gets it as well. Thomas has a curated show, and where Clay maybe has people come in, and whoever's first in, he'll put them on a list. So everybody has a different way of doing their shows, where someone like Pete and Thomas, they have curated shows, or Hippie has curated shows, but you get these people coming in. Hi, everybody. Here's my song. Play it now. And it's like, hey, Dick Brain 381. Who are you? Who are you? Sorry. Everybody, I mean, see, this is why I couldn't do one of these shows where I play people's music for like 38 hours straight. I couldn't do it because if somebody came in and did that, I would just have to stop the show and put everything on that person, turn the spotlight on that person and go, hey, everybody, look who it is. It's like, look, it's Elton John. They've just entered the room. Everybody stop and take photos of Elton John with their brand new song here that we must hear, or if we don't, it's the end of the world. Me personally, I don't give a shit about my music. You know, I make music, I release it. If people play it, they play it. I'm not going to sit here and constantly send it out to people. Once it's done, it's done. I don't really give a fuck. But I know there are people out there that are desperate to have their song heard by a bunch of random people, especially I'm talking about Play My Fire Beat bros here, who just come into a chat, yeah? They've never been there before, and they're like, hey, there's like 40 people here who I don't know, but I'm desperate to have their opinion. Because without it, I can't go on. You know? See, that even brings me to this point. You know, there are some groups out there, I'm always going to veer off on these shows. There are some Facebook groups out there which are fantastic for like putting your songs out there to get feedback. Yeah, because it's always good to get Exactly. You are right. I didn't want to say it, but I'll let you say it and then I'll read it out. The hip-hop community is full of fucking Play My Fire Beat bros. It sure is. It just absolutely is, you know. Maybe it's because most of them are incels. I don't know. But there are lots of groups on Facebook which you can join and share your music and get feedback from, yeah? And I'm a part of many of these groups. I think they're awesome places to go. But sometimes you just want to like put a song there and not get feedback. You know what I'm saying? Has anyone had this before where you just put a song up, you know where you're going with your song, right? You're good. You know where it's going. You just thought you'd put it up there just to show, hey, I'm working on this thing at the moment. I don't really care if anybody comments on it. I'm not seeking a comment. This is what I'm doing. And then you get like 30 comments of people going, well, you should do this and you should do that. And I always respond with, excuse me, did you see anywhere in my post where I was asking for opinions? Am I an asshole for that? I think I am. But honestly, the post would have said, here's a song. Can anybody give me some suggestions of what I need to do next? and it is what it is. See, maybe I am still a bit of an asshole. I still do terrible things. Most hip-hop promotion channels are pay to play, yeah. Everything's becoming pay to play. We could make a metal opera out of all the drama regarding the fairies and trolls and vampires. I know it's getting like that. You've got Clay doing shows on fairies. I'm doing shows on vampires. What next? Well, I'm glad you asked. Since we're at this halfway point, I can tell you what next week's show is going to be about with a bit of advertising right now. Good segue, many vibes. So next week we are doing the Rant 4, Leave It All on the Field. And I'm going to leave it with you so you can look at my stupid face. What an idiot. Look at that. What's going on there? But the photo is very relevant to the topic. So there is a point to the photo. See if you can guess what the show's going to be about next week. Leave it all on the field. That is the topic for next week on the Rant. Let me catch up with some comments here and then we'll move on to the self-loathing suckers. Because they're important. We need to talk about the self-loathing suckers because I wish I could reach out to them all and tell them to stop. Thomas has got a comment here. It's a part 2, I think. Let me find. I can't find part 1. I've just got Thomas. But it's the influences of other types of music. Not everyone in the style of music is doing it. There's actually groups in this community, Discord, CR. There's no need to also spam the chat when there's dedicated places. Yes. God forbid. God forbid. God forbid me every day. You like that face, Sith? That's the face nobody wakes up to every day for a reason. DOA says, my old co-workers called me Vampire Jesus because they only saw me at night. Nice. Robbie says, I don't know if it's really entertaining people. We'll watch anyway. I don't really promote, only a couple of shows, but I'm doing well in the Philippines. As long as you're doing well in the Philippines, hey, you might get a wife out of it, Robbie. Oh, God. I apologize. This show could go anywhere very quickly. Did I see Leela? Is Leela here? Hi, Leela. Hi, Frank. Frank Terzo. Did I say hi to Hugh Caldwell? I'm really behind in the chat, aren't I? She's been lurking in blankets of hellos. Should I do a break and talk about hellos and then we'll come back to the rest of the topic? Would you like me to talk about hellos? Because I was actually going to do a whole show on hellos, but let's just touch on it briefly. Yeah? Hellos. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in the chat. I can see it every day. From one show to the next show. Every minute I have to say hello. Tell me, why do I have to say hello when I just saw you 5 minutes ago? Can I just do a blanket hello to you all? What is that phenomenon, right? Where sometimes I'll have a show here, all right, and then I'll dump you all over to the next show, and we all just finish saying hello over the last hour, and then we all land all together on the next show, and then all say hello again. It's a bizarre phenomenon. But, you know, I get it at the same time because it is good to be inclusive to everybody and say hello. But I do think it's cool that I think, I don't know, has anybody spoken to this, said this out loud? Because there's a lot of things we need to say out loud sometimes. If I come into a chat and I just go, hey, I can't say hello at the moment, but blanket hellos, is that okay? Does anybody actually get upset about it? I know there's one person who gets upset about it. Did get upset about it. Whew. And boy, did I hear about it. I'm not going to go into names, but I'm going to tell you a story. Would you like to hear a story? So apparently, I got an email at one point from somebody, and it said to me, you're a piece of shit and fake, and you're nothing of who you say you are. Every time I see you in a chat, I say hello to you first, and you never say hello back. You're an asshole and a loser, and I'll never come to your channel again. And I went, okay, see ya. And I'll tell you why I actually said see you later. Because this very same person was what I like to call a drama dumper. Because only months before appeared in my chat during an interview I was doing live on the channel and said hello. And I said hello to them on mic and a few people said hello to them on chat. And then they wrote in the chat, fuck you all, I'm leaving and I'm going to end my... Whoops, that was the wrong button. I meant to hit the beep button, but it's kind of funny in a way. They said they're going to go and end their life. And being an empath, right, and being somebody who really cares about what goes on, I go to everybody's show, even if I don't chat, all right? I'm still watching everyone because I'm interested in you all. Yeah, that wasn't the right. Actually, yeah, it was the right button. It'll do. Anyway, and look, some of you are going to know who this is. I don't need to say who it is, but my interview went on, and I finished the interview, and then when the interview finished, I saw they were live streaming, and their stream was called "I'm going to end my." And I went over there in the chat going, "What's going on, dude? Don't do this." It was a horrible thing. It was really horrible to see happen. And as time went on, I think most people got to see this person was a drama dumper. And the last interaction I had with them was them spewing hate, saying I'm a how can I say it? Without getting a ban, you know, I'm a child. There you go. Because I'm trans. So, but the whole time, you know, drama dumping's really not the right thing to do. To go into places, even in real life, and roll up to people's houses and just walk in and just turn everything into a fucking shit show about how pathetic you are, and or how pathetic you think you are, or I don't know what the end goal is of it. How do you guys deal with? We've all came across people like this in real life, yeah. I've learned to cut them out of my life. You know. Yes, a pediatrics file, a pediatrician's file cabinet. That works. Oh man. But how do you deal with these kind of people, man? They're full on. They're full on. You know, they'll threaten to take their own life at the drop of a pin, or they continuously tell you that they're rubbish and they're not worthy, and it's like you are worthy, right? And what do you want people to support you? You can't tell people that you suck all the time, even if you actually feel it, right? If you feel that, change it. Don't tell everybody fucking, I wish more people would fucking hang out with me and be my friend. It's a shame I suck though, and I'm such a loser. Change that. You got to change that. Yeah, you got to change that for your own mental health. If you get a dog, yeah, if you get a pet dog and you beat it with a stick for 10 years, every time you go near that dog, it's going to cower. It's absolutely going to cower away from you. If you tell yourself every day and you publicly shame yourself and tell everybody that you suck and you're no good, and that's your interaction with everybody every day, guess what? People are going to start looking at you and going, yeah, you suck. You're no good. You keep telling me this. Is this what you want me to fucking believe or not? But the problem is, it's not our responsibility to tell you to stop. Yeah, be kind to yourself. Stop beating yourself up. Stop being a drama dumper. Stop hating on yourself. Stop being a self-hating sucker. Because we all don't have the skills to counsel people. Exactly what Jenny said. You can't be a counselor to everybody. You get nothing done. Counsel yourself, you know? I know it's hard, but I tell you, the best way to start is to just stop saying that you suck. Things will change. I have no time for people who are constantly negative. Yeah, and it's okay to be negative. It's okay to be negative, yeah? You got to have balance, yin and yang, left and right, night and day. You know, I myself, I'm a god to you because that was ridiculous. Because I'm trans. I'm both. I've lived both. I used to look at being trans the same way, like it was some kind of fucking really bad thing, yeah? Like, oh no, if only I'd have been born differently. Now I look at it like, are you kidding me? What an experience. What a great way to experience life. It's a shame there are other people who have problems with it. I don't give a shit now. I've got to experience life from both sides. Because life is experience, you know, living experience, and experiencing all these things and then being able to turn it into manifesting into whatever you want. Yeah. But I tell you what, if you sit down there and just continuously say you're a bag of shit, you are mulch. And you've decided to do that. So let's come back to hellos, because we got what have we got? 15 minutes. Hellos. Hello, everybody. Hello, Robbie. Hello, Many Vibes. Hello, Jenny. Hello, Kim. Hello, Hugh. Hello, Thomas. I could do this for the next hour. Hello, Mix Club. Hello, Frank Terzo. Hello, Rise of Leela. E-begging. Well, it's a hard one, isn't it, this? Let me read this one first. I trust, and if somebody betrays me, I'll keep forgiving until they change. And if they don't, then that's their problem. Yes. Yes, there's an interview with me on this channel way back when, at the beginning of this channel, which says how people used to address me in the wrong gender. And there's a group of people who genuinely, you know, struggle and make a mistake. And there's a group of people who do it on fucking purpose. You have to be able to identify that, right? It's like all the stuff about being woke these days, right? I can watch South Park and see jokes about trans people and laugh, right? I don't give a shit, because at the end of the day, trans people, gay people, whatever it is, anybody who's a minority or whatever, just wants to be a part of the world, of everybody else. So in my opinion, if there's a joke about a trans person on South Park, that just means we're actually being accepted. We're a part of the norm. We're a target like everybody else, like every other single living being. So when when all this kind of stuff happens, that's a good thing. Now, where was I going? Where was I going with this? It was on the base of here. Betrays me. Okay. Yes. So people used to like misgender me all the time. But you start to see the ones who are doing it to try and get you upset, and then the ones who genuinely just make a mistake. And you react accordingly. You react like you don't have to react the same way to different people all the time. You know what I mean? You don't have one setting of reactions to the way people say things. You've got to have nuance and context and grey and black and white and grey, and it's all a mix of stuff. Yeah? Like someone was grilling me when I first started hanging out around here because I said dude to Jade, but in California everyone's a dude. Yeah, I know. I've got a friend who goes, yeah, man, and then stops every time when he's talking to me and goes, I'm sorry. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Could you imagine if we had to do that to Hippie every time? Hey, development of a void, man. Kim Hudson, man. Seth Vasquez, man. We got Jenny Jollibee. Hey, man, what's going on? Boom. Good deal. Hippie calls everybody man. Like, if you're going to get upset about something like that, you're done. You're gone. So you have to react to these different, these different character traits of people and these energy drainers and decipher if people are a drainer or not. What's the best way to get around these people? I'm going to tell you the best way. Regardless, right? Internet, real life. Take them, move them out the way. Don't interact with them. Fuck them off out of your life. Delete, move on. Internet, delete, move on. Never see them again. Yeah, there's no point reacting. The more, again, with trolls, they love it if you react. If you delete, move on. They don't even know half the time. You know what's the beauty about YouTube? If somebody's an idiot in the chat, you can just hide them and never tell them. And they'll still be in the chat forever. Still typing shit. And they won't realize that nobody can see them. Never. But you can't tell them. Don't tell them. Don't make an issue of it. As somebody who hosts a show, if there's drama in the chat, right, Don't even address it. Message your mods and get them just to hide them and don't say anything. And then forever and a day, they'll be there every day typing and nobody can see them. It's the best. It is the best comeback ever. I don't see begging in this community. As an artist and content creators get paid. We're entertaining for our friends and supporters. I've seen begging. It doesn't happen in our community. Look, I watched a video on this last night. I'm glad. Thanks for bringing me back to this conspiracy because my friend, the Gongmeister, brought this up. I watched a video on YouTube about this, so I'm an expert now. I did my research. It was on Twitch, though. Twitch is a totally different thing to YouTube, yeah? Because it is based on everything streaming, yeah? And there's a lot of people on Twitch who just do a fat load of fuck all. They just sit there fucking with their tits out or whatever. Or they talk sexy into the mic. Oh, yeah, I do like that. Or they sit in a kid's pool writing people's names on their boobs. I mean, Twitch is a sideshow. It's like the carnival of idiocy. But there are a lot of people on Twitch who have the balls. This one woman in particular who they feature, I saw a video on last night. She's just sitting there going, I've been streaming for an hour and none of you cheap motherfuckers have given me even $5. It's only $5. What's wrong with you people? You broke losers. That's like e-begging. To me, that's e-begging. But if you sit out there and you're doing your show and you work and put out entertainment and then every now and again you drop throw me a super chat or a super sticker. It's not expected, but it really helps. That's not e-begging, in my opinion. It's really hard to do, though. If you've got any morals, it still doesn't sit right with me. Doing a show on the weekend and saying that kind of stuff, it doesn't sit right. It does feel like begging. It does. It's a hard thing to do. Yeah. So. Look, I have no problem with people asking, but a lot of the time in these communities, especially, you really don't need to sit there and fucking constantly fucking say that because people are very, very giving and caring in this community. That's the one thing. We talking about energy vampires and stuff in this episode. There's one thing that we have that's really good across these communities, these music communities. People do come together to support each other when the chips are down. If you talked about drama dumps coming in and going, hey, everybody, I'm going to kill myself. That's not going to get everybody going, oh, let's start a fund for this person. But you see it all the time. I've experienced it and I didn't expect that at all when my YouTube channel got knocked down and you all came together for me. And it's incredibly overwhelming, right? Incredibly overwhelming. So we're very lucky that we have these communities that are going on. And the reason I'm talk about these things too, like this, is because I care about this and I don't want this to get shattered. And I'm always looking around and hoping things stay the same, evolve but stay the same. You know what I mean? I've had phone calls with people talking about this kind of stuff, saying, man, we have something so special. I just don't want to see cracks and people just getting crazy and doing terrible things to each other. I don't want to see the hate that I used to see in insult rooms when I used to go to those places. Barry says, yeah, it's like busking. You provide a service, but if you don't want to pay, you don't have to. Exactly. As long as you have a good time. Pete's setting up for YML. Yes. Hello, Pete. I will be dumping you over to Pete Johns after this. And I did see one of my dear friends come in here and I haven't said hello to him yet. Speaking of hellos, GK Mac, how are you, my friend? Always a pleasure. Never a chore. One comment wonders. Let's talk about those before we get out of here. One comment wonders. I had one of those today. I had a one comment wonder. I woke up to it. I'm going to read you the comment that was on my video. So it was on a video for I'm not going to tell you the video actually. It's for an app. This is the comment. Did you show exactly how to use crossfade? ? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. That's the comment. And I saw it this morning and I went, that's a one-hit wonder. That's a one-comment wonder if I've never seen one. And I clicked on the little link and went to the page to look at where it came from. And guess what? Guess what it was? A channel with no videos and nothing at all on it. What do you think, eh? A one-hit wonder? Just waiting for me to respond? And now they're on the block list. Oh, fuck. You know what I mean? What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to respond to that? Well, you know what? How about I do a whole week of shows showing you specifically how to do that? Because I didn't do that specific one thing that I had no idea you needed me to do because it was 2 years ago. You could have just emailed me and asked me how to do it. I probably would have made you a special video. Because, yeah, and the reason I am talking about this, I'm going to go back to this to wrap up the show, is because I too have been an energy vampire. There's been times in my life when I played in bands and I was a fucking leech. I was a sucker. I was a really shitty person. And there's been times where I've done the play my fire beat stuff with friends and just messaged them out of the blue, close friends, and gone, here you go, can you listen to this? And I didn't take into consideration that they had lives and they're not at my beck and call to listen to something to give me feedback. Yeah. I need to invest more time to do more than a hello, how are you going? Everything okay? Anyway, listen to this. So I've been a lot of these things at times, and if you're able to look back and change these things and identify them and change them, then less and less you'll be one of these, and hopefully those around you won't be either. Hello, Falcro, my friend Richard. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Midnight Bandit. Good to see you both. We're at the end of the show. I've got to check how long today's featured artist goes for. Oh, Sarah Brand, The Little Red Dress. No, we're not playing that. But folks, trust me. Trust me. You want to go and check it out. After this, if you want to quickly go and see 3 minutes of joy, yeah, go over here and look up Sarah Brand, Little Red Dress, and go and have a listen to it and bloody get back to it. Leave a comment below and tell me how much you love this song, because I swear to God, it's changed my life. Changed my life. But today's featured artist goes for 4 minutes. So I've got another minute to rant, and then we'll get out of here. Pete Johns is up next. He's playing Your Music Live. Then after him is Metalhead Hippie. Boom. Right on. Good deal. Right on. I don't need an AI voice changer. I am turning into hippie. So we got Wolfstone Studio we're playing today. I hope you enjoyed this little rant. I know it's probably not solved any problems, but they're not meant to. You know, hey man. Boom. Boom. I love you, Jeff. You know what? There's a lot of people who would. I'll tell you what. I reckon I'm one of the only people who gets away with the nonsense that I get away with Jeff. If it was someone else, he'd be like, get the fuck out of my chat. But for some reason, I get away with it. Love you, Jeff. All right. I hope you enjoy these rants, yeah? I hope you're having fun with them, because I'm having fun just talking shit with you all, having a good time. And as I said, next week, we're going to leave it all on the field next week, and see if you can work out what it's about. But trust me, it's going to be something a little bit more. You'll come away better for it next week. Yeah, you'll come away better. You'll feel better about a lot of things. Yeah. All right. This is a fantastic song that I had the absolute pleasure, as always, to master. This is a song by Wolfstone Studio and 15th Bend. And they were holding on to this for a while. They weren't going to release it. It was kind of just sitting there doing nothing. But it's here, and they sent it to me, and I was able to master it, and it's a wicked song. This is called Lonely Soul. So I'll leave you and see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're taking a look at a really cool synth, Yamaha EX5 synth from gospel musicians. It's really sick. You're going to love it. And we got the songbird. She's coming on the show this week for an interview. So it's going to be great. Yeah. All right, let's do it. This is Wolfstone Studio and Lonely Soul. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together. Don't be an energy vampire. Boom.
Save this lonely soul tonight. Save this lonely soul tonight. A smile hides the fear inside. Want to say something wonderful. Try to lift my thoughts in mind. Let the spoken words hurt you so. When I'm down and done you wrong, I ask for your forgiveness. You're in need, you're only one. My heart you deserve from me. I know if you close the door, I'll lose my heart and soul. I once said it's not my time.